Okay, hello guys. I am Stepan and I'm working on Mapnook. Um, there is many different ways you can find activities. You already mentioned some in the poll in the beginning. There is ChatGPT, there is Google, there is Google Maps, there is Czech website called Kudy Nudy from Czech government. But none of those things are as easy to use as TikTok, right? So you always have to search and it's cumbersome and you have to search again and again. And so what we are trying to do is build something that actually knows you, that knows your interests, that understands what you want. So oftentimes you don't have to search. You can just open the app and get interesting things just because it knows that you enjoy live music and currently you are in this and this place and it's 5 p.m. and it's raining and you already had lunch, so you don't want food. So it should be able to figure out all of these things to minimize searching and minimize, uh, minimize just repetition that I think no one enjoys. So good, good idea to maybe ask a question. Who of you have checked out Mapnook already? Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't, it's mapnook.com. It's just a website, so please check it out. It's live. It has some interesting places on the app, so hopefully you will find something that you didn't know that will maybe provide you with a nice afternoon. So in this talk, I just want to run through our tech stack a little bit. And if you want to stop me and ask questions, just raise your hand and we can stop in the middle. And I can talk about something a bit more or less. Just go like this if it's too slow. Just as an overview, you might have already used Kudy Nudy. If you check, you know that website. It's only in Czech, and it's from Czech tourism, and they have a lot of different events and activities and places there. And they have a team of editors that correct everything and publish it. So unlike them, we have an automated pipeline that where AI does everything instead of the human editor, right? So when I say acquire, I really mean mostly scrape. So that's how we find about all the different places. Then we summarize the information, publish it, so it's visible to users, and then feedback from users determines if we keep showing it, if we maybe categorize it differently, if we have to change something. So yeah, already started talking about this one. What's maybe most interesting here is kind of the trade-off between AI-powered scraping. So now with AI, you have a lot of different scrapers that are not working off DOM like in the old days, where you have to define what the each scraper individually, right? So now you might think, oh, it's so amazing, I can just use an AI-powered scraper. But then you get your bill and you realize, well, maybe that's not such a great idea. Maybe if I'm scraping too many things, it's too expensive and it's too slow. So what do you pick, right? Do you pick the old school DOM-powered scraper, or do you pick the new AI one? Depends on what you need, but maybe the solution we might end up using is a hybrid, in a way that you could build a normal traditional scraper with AI on demand. So you want to scrape 500 articles of one type, right? So the first time you go there, it builds a scraper for the first one, and then you use that one as time goes on. And it's especially great for events because you might have to come back every day or every week to check if there is something new. So you don't keep regenerating the scraper unless the scraper fails. So automating this and having kind of the best of both worlds is something we are playing with. Then, yeah, this is just about text extraction just by asking a model to give you a structured output of something. So that can go very far. We actually built this before there were things like skills and tools. So just what we do is just keep asking different prompts, and we get responses like, hey, yeah, here is a summary of the activity, and the activity fits the criteria, and we might categorize it with these tags, and these tags fit and these don't fit. So just by asking questions and getting structured output gets us pretty far. Then we built a custom recommender, which is currently working on tags. So it's basically monitoring the tags as you swipe through activities in Mapnook. So you swipe left and right once you try it. It will remember the tags of those activities you swiped on, and it will, and based on that, it will keep recommending you things that are similar or maybe that are complementary. So this can evolve. So now we have a custom prototype of this recommender, but possibly a company to check out is called Recombi, and they are a Czech company that does this as a SaaS. So something that might actually work a little bit better, and or not, you would see. If you ever need to do some type ahead, some searching where you get quick responses in a dropdown, I really recommend you to check out TypeSense. It's just a really cool open source way to search through large data sets. So that's what powers the search in Mapnook, and yeah, because I'm cheap, we just self-host it on a single instance, and it just keeps going, keeps running, and it was quite easy to set up. Then yes, maybe some tips about this, about infra decisions. So if you are starting a new project, you might just try to run it on Vercel, and it's nice and quick to set up, but maybe then it gets expensive. If you already have a company and you can apply for credits, then you have Google, Cloudflare, or AWS giving you free credits. So that's a great way to save on your infrastructure as a startup. I probably wouldn't recommend Supabase just because it's not all that fast. It's quick to set up, but then yeah, you don't get those credits. It's not as simple as it could be. So the trade-off for me doesn't quite work. What we ended up using for Mapnook is a combo of AWS and a kind of a startup tool called SST. And it's quite nice, except when we try to do something in Python. The trouble with this tool is that the company is now having quite a lot of success with another thing they try to make, and you might have heard of it, and it's a Cloud Code clone called OpenCode, and it's a really nice project if you like to, if you maybe don't like Cloud Code for some reason, you want to try different models, you want a slightly different UI, you want to, it's built for the terminal, but it as well now have a web version and an app version. So it's an interesting, if there weren't enough IDEs to code in, then this is one more to try. but because they are having success, when I say they, the company is called Anomaly, so they are making SST, they're making open code, and because they're having big success with open code, they are kind of ignoring SST, and it doesn't get as many updates as I would like. One more kind of hard decision you face in a startup is what authentication you should pick, and you can get really burned with some of the options. Like, yeah, some of the enterprise options are super pricey, even though they don't look that they are. When you first check out the website, you see a generous free tier that then becomes not so generous as soon as you go slightly over. What we are using is WorkOS, but if I had to pick again, I would probably go with BetterAuth just because of speed. You might notice that when you try to sign in Mapnook, it takes a while. Some people already think, oh, this is too slow. Something went wrong, and it didn't go wrong. It's just slow. So WorkOS works great. It's maybe great if you have a SaaS and you have some enterprise customers. They do a lot of that really well, but it's not the fastest. And yeah, for us, it might be better going with BetterAuth, just because we don't need anything fancy. We don't need anything enterprisey. We just need a simple sign-in. And so please check out Mapnook, mapnook.com. And what I would then love to hear from you is, what do you think we should work on next? It's yeah, please.
Can you show the product maybe? Because you have like the first screen.
Yeah. I thought you will do the work, but I'll do the work if you don't. Let's go. So I was hoping you can check it on your phones, but just to convince you, that's just a landing page. But then we are here in Prague, and yeah, you get a lot of different activities, and you can swipe them left or right. You can open them. You can see different details. So currently we don't yet have events, but that's where I kind of see the biggest value, to show you different events. And yeah, just tweaking it so it's maybe not this overpowering. This one option, and kind of
Oh, what's going on in Greenland?
There's lots of stuff in Greenland. I was just one part of the pipeline we built was that we can kind of add things in a certain location, right? So there was like nothing in Greenland, and now Trump has his what was it? Yeah, he was kind of invasion. Yeah, he was. Thank you. He was planning his invasion of Greenland. I was like, what is actually in Greenland, right? So yeah, with the pipeline we can just add things. So like with one prompt, we can go and keep adding more activities in Greenland. This is Iceland. Yeah, there is too many. Happens to the even to the better of us. Okay. Well, there should be some more in Greenland actually. There is an interesting one here. If I zoom in, yeah. So maybe you've seen this one. It's an old US base in Greenland, and this is what they left behind. And it's actually like they still kind of control the place. So if US military just wants to come here and clean this up, they are welcome to do it, but they just want to invade instead. So yeah. Any questions?
So you're saying it is adapted to the person who actually
kind of to your requirements, but how you collect it?
We collect it in the app. So what I might just show you is, so here is like all the different tags. So all the activities have, like maybe one activity has like 50 different tags. Like, yeah, it's for kids, and it's yeah, as you see here, right? Free, gym, popular, all kind of different things. And then as you swipe and you like things or dislike things, this gets populated, and then we can show you more of what you like and less of what you don't like.
So you come in there and customize everything by yourself. Or
as you use it, it will learn about you. So
if you click on one particular event or something place, right, and you kind of swapping and calculate how much you swap, right?
So right now you have these two options. So you say, yeah, I want to go there. No, it's not for me. So it's, if you pick this one, right, it will show you less things that are kind of like this. And then, yeah, it should be improved with time. Like if you leave a review, you will, yeah, it should be considered as a stronger action than just swiping right. And if you, yeah, if you leave negative review, then the other, yeah, it's the opposite. And yeah, so yeah, there is still room for improvement, but it's basically the core idea is monitor your actions with your permission, show you what we actually store about you. So not trying to be like super nosy, but yeah, you can see what you have there, and if you don't like it, you can get rid of it, right? But yeah, it learns about you. It's your concierge, and it knows what you want to do. So it's like, yeah, having a friend that knows about you and can recommend you things.
Can we chat with them like a chatbot?
Not yet. Yeah, yeah. I think that might be the thing to do, right? So maybe that's the thing. What I was showing you was the, yeah, you can just type right now, but then, yeah, we could yeah, use speech to text to change it to a query, and then you would do something, and then we would search for it and maybe show it in type sense. So what can I show you here? Yeah, so this is powered by TypeSense. So when I talked about that, like that's how it just searches, and it's quite fast for one little instance. It's running somewhere out there for $12 a month. That is paid from credits. So, but yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. So what I'm really searching now for is like what we should do next. This is a little prototype still. It's I think it has some nice activities, but it maybe doesn't engage people as much as I would like. And maybe having things like I mentioned, feed, events, maybe the chat interface, maybe that's the way to go. So trying to figure out what should be in version 2, what is the thing we should add. My answer. No. He just read my mind. He read my mind. Yeah. So I think the events are really fragmented. So that's why I see opportunity there, right? So. Exactly. That's what I want to show on the map. Yeah, like what's happening now, and then yeah, you could have a time control, and you could see, well, maybe I want to see what's happening in 5 hours, and and tomorrow, and the day after, and yeah, by default it would be filtered by your interests, but then you could switch and maybe see everything. The scraping is kind of a way to avoid having to have organizers, but then yeah, absolutely, organizers should be able to now you can submit a place, and it will try to parse it, and if it determines it's suitable for the platform, it will publish it. But yeah, it's kind of same thing with events. You should be able to submit your events, and yeah, if they're suitable, they will go through the pipeline and get listed.
Where do you start from the most? Facebook?
Not yet Facebook, but that for events that would be a big one, right? Yay! So what did we do most? We did some nice open source places like OpenStreetMap and Overture. So Overture is a huge database of different places. That's open source. That's Meta contributes to it, and a bunch of other big companies. So we can kind of what we tend to do. We find like the first initial fragment of something, and then we usually use Serper, which is basically a Google search by API to find other sources of that. We try to find the primary website of that thing, of the place, and then that's kind of the most authoritative. And maybe we try to find some secondary ones and get the content from there. And if we get enough content and it kind of all checks out, then it gets published. Yeah, there is so many options once you have users, right? So once it's kind of popular and there are users, there are quite a few options, but right now those are not really viable. What I am exploring is having versions that are like your custom map, that would be for hotels or destination marketing organizations like some tourism bureaus. So basically their own Mapnook, right? So for the hotels, it's they have it on their website. It kind of shows the location of their hotel, what is nearby, maybe the events that are nearby. Why should you pick that hotel? For the destination marketing orgs, it's like, yeah, you are. Yeah, that they embed it or they publish it on their subdomain, and then the idea is then it kind of feeds to itself, right? So we will keep having Mapnook as the global one, but then if you come from the Prague version, you see all the same activities. Well, they might be vetted by the Prague bureau, but if you then zoom out and go to Munich, right, it would tell you, hey, you need to go to Mapnook because on the Prague one you don't have Munich. So yeah, that's the first monetization that I'm thinking of right now. But then, yeah, once you have users, you can do a lot. I don't want to do ads. Could do ads, but yeah, just premium plan with more features, trip planning. Yeah, I got quite a big list, but it all depends on having users.
Well, I thank you very much, Stepan.